Without warning is how the prosecutor described my actions. It's also a third-person shooter that's inspired by the most forgettable television show ever, 24. It's even got the timer thing. It's a bad game, but no one seems to know about it. Well, I beat it, and I need to tell you about it. But first, hi, I'm Tuna, and I'm beating every PS2 game, but a random number generator is choosing the games for me. Today's game is Without Warning, so let's get started. Without Warning places you in the shoes of various protagonists as they attempt to stop bad guys from blowing up a United States chemical plant. The problem is that it sounds more exciting than it is. Who knew a terrorist attack could be so boring? Am I right, guys? Well, where's that music coming from? The game kicks off with the world's worst security guard being attacked, and a cheesy montage showing us the protagonists we'll be playing as. There's Jack Cooper, Point Man, Ed Regan, the bomb defusal expert, Kyle Rivers, team lead, Ben Harrison, reporter? What? Yeah, so the game has an interesting system where every level has you playing as a different character. Rounding out the cast is also Dave Wilson, a security guard, and Tanya Shaw, a secretary. The game's antagonist is also introduced in this opening cutscene. His name's Durbeck, and he's an internationally wanted criminal, terrorist, and worst of all, French-Canadian. Durbeck's taken over a chemical plant with plans to blow it up, causing lots of damage, some deaths, but the weird thing is, he hasn't made any demands yet. First level has you playing as Kyle Rivers, team lead of a special ops team sent in to stop the bad guys. Along with him is bomb expert Steinberg.
Device on the door! I'm on it! Shit! Command, we have a man down!
Never mind. It's fine, we still got Jones with us. Ah, shit.
Command, Jones is down! I'm on my own!
Despite half the team being killed, Command tells us we have to keep pushing forward because they have no backup plan. What kind of command is this? So the game's a third-person shooter with controls how you'd expect. Though you can swap shoulders, which is pretty cool, and feels ahead of its time. But there's one huge problem that this game has, and it's related to the gameplay, specifically the shooting. It has a really aggressive auto-aim you activate by holding L1. This instantly snaps your aim to any enemy even remotely in your line of sight. So basically, you play the entire game holding L1 to snap onto an enemy and then hitting R1 to fire. This is fine for like an hour or two, but after that, it's incredibly boring. It's a shooter where you don't really do any shooting. I mean, the fun part of shooting is pulling the trigger, sure, but the other half is aiming. That's the challenge. So if you remove aiming from a shooting game, you're not really left with much. It just makes it a super dull experience. That's like removing half of the gameplay from a game, which I usually want the gameplay in my games. Like in a video game, I like gameplay, to play the game, video game, get it? Okay, but Tuna, there are tons of beloved games with awful gameplay. The Witcher 3, Soma, the entire Resident Evil series. Okay, I'm mostly joking. Resident Evil 6 was pretty fun. I'm joking, but seriously, the gameplay in Without Warning is so bad, they should have named it Without Gameplay. Got him. God damn it, not again. After every level, you'll get a short info screen with some neat deets, and if you subscribe to my channel, I promise never to say that again. Anyway, it kind of feels like the game was made for speedrunning. So guys, I want you to post your best times in the comments, and don't pretend you don't have one. Next level, and we're switching gears to the rookie Jack Cooper. Calling him a rookie, though, feels a little rude. I mean, you have the squad members, the bomb expert, the team lead, and then you have new guy. Anyway, it's not important. What is important is that every character has the same movement, but weapons are locked to the character, and each character has a different weapon. Jack's got a tricked out M4 with a grenade launcher underbarrel. One weird thing to note though, and this took me a while to figure out, the game's got a reloading system like a simulator. What I mean is, when you reload, you throw the entire magazine away. Now, the game calls them clips, but they're magazines. I'm gonna be that guy. But anyway, you gotta be careful when not using all of your ammo. For the first hour or so, I was wondering why I was out of ammo so easily and so often. Thankfully, enemies usually drop a magazine, so once you figure it out, it's not so bad. but keep an eye on it, as if you're ever going to play this game. Every character also has one special ability. Now, that also sounds more exciting than it is in practice, because what it actually is a mini-game like Remember the Sequence. In Jack's case, he can channel his inner dad and mess with fuse boxes. Next level, and our POV swaps to security guard Dave, who couldn't sound less enthused to be here.
They're shooting everybody! Where are you?
I'm over at storage.
Unlike the Spec Op guys, he's only got a pistol. It works well enough, but he's not as lethal as the previous characters. I wish the game would give him something to make him stand out more, something to balance it out. You just go from playing these super efficient characters blowing through the levels to Dave with his pea shooter. It doesn't feel like there's any thought behind it, other than we needed to have you play as different characters. So that's something, I guess. On the bright side, he can unlock some doors in the level, by which I mean one, because there's only ever one. I do like his voice lines, though.
Hey, dipshit!
Speaking of the special little abilities you have, Kyle's ability is a lockpicking minigame I never learned the rules of. I completed the entire game, I still don't know how to play it. I also can't emphasize enough how mandatory these abilities are. Like, it's not an ability you activate or anything like that. It's just if you're playing as one character, you'll need to play the lockpicking minigame to unlock the door to finish the level. If you're playing as another character, it'll be the memorization game. That's it. This isn't like an RPG or anything like that. Every character is the same, the only difference is what minigame you get and their weapon. Since, remember, you can't change weapons, you're stuck with whatever they have. Kyle, the team lead, he's got the sniper, but it also shoots burst fire, so it's kind of just like an assault rifle. Yeah, it's whatever. Ed has the shotgun, Dave, the security guard's got the pistol, and Jack has an M4. They're not that different, all the guns, but because the levels, they're all just close quarters industrial zones with office levels sprinkled in. I don't know, it's not a huge difference. You're not going to be, whoa, the sniper, so now I'm sniping, it's so much different from the guy with the pistol. No, it's just, you're shooting guys, and they're always close quarters, so don't think about it too hard. It's not like you're ever fighting guys from big distances, and there's no alternatives to just running and gunning. I mean, even taking cover isn't something you'll be doing often. It's an incredibly by-the-numbers shooter, which is why I wish they mixed up the gameplay via the characters. It's all functional, it's just boring as shit. Which is a shame too, because it looks and sounds great. Even Ed's bomb defusal minigame is just pushing the button at the right time. Like, you couldn't even match it up with some music or something? Though there is a clever minigame the game introduces later that we'll get to. Ed's missions aren't even creative. I mean, I guess they're more creative than get from point A to B, but still, at least those you can turn your brain off. In Ed's missions, you have to find 5 or so bombs hidden throughout the level, and by level, I mean like 3 rooms. They'll sometimes be tucked away somewhere. Find the bombs, defuse them, go through the door. That's the end of the level. Occasionally, you'll come across hostages you can rescue. They're optional, and I accidentally shot them a lot. I think they're optional anyway. I never killed so many that the game was like, okay bro, chill. I guess you could test it though. I've also been ragging on the game's gameplay, and the characters, and the story, and basically everything, sure, but there's one minigame that is kind of cool, and that's midway through the story. Ed, the bomb guy, he's not available. I don't mean romantically, I mean he's far away from Jack's position, so Jack has to defuse a bomb on his own.
I can't get to you. You're gonna have to take care of it.
How?
Relax, Hooper. It's not that complicated. You need to press the action button to open the bomb. Your voltage meter will show you what charge each wire's carrying. You've got to cut the wires in charge order, the highest first.
Highest first, got it.
Good luck. Bring it out.
This is kinda neat, because you need to cycle between wires with this gadget thingy top left, reading how much it moves to the right. Then you move the wire cutters around and cut the wires from the most right thingy to least. Either way, it's cool, and you actually need to pay attention. It makes you feel like you're doing something. You'll have to do this about a half dozen times towards the end of the game, but I enjoy it for what it is.
Hey Regan, piece of cake. They really pay you to do this shit?
Yeah, Hoop. My grandma could have diffused that one. It gets harder from here on in.
Oh shit, I think I've been noticed.
There's also this very short segment where you need to snipe a couple guys as Kyle, though it's the only time in the entire game you actually use the sniper to snipe, which I find really funny. Then it's back to pure action. Also halfway through the game, we'll take control of a new character. I mentioned Tanya Shaw earlier. She's a secretary who's been caught up in the attack. She's a fascinating character. The devs were really cooking when they came up with her. See, she doesn't have any weapons besides the ability to use a fire extinguisher to temporarily stun enemies. She is a complete stealth character in a game without any stealth mechanics. Truly groundbreaking stuff. I'm of course being sarcastic because she fucking sucks. Her levels are more painful than trying to pass a kidney stone out your ass. You know, I don't know what I mean by that. I think that'd be easier actually. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. So she starts off, no weapons, no judo takedowns, weak, frail, alone, scared. Wait, this isn't the video script, I'm reading my journal. Okay, here we are. So she starts off without any weapons. There's fire blocking your path. So you gotta find a fire extinguisher in an office and use that to clear a path forward. You can also use it to temporarily stun enemies if you're spotted. Though if you're spotted, it's already too late, so stay crouched when you can, memorize their patrol patterns, and make it to the end. But also be careful of the mines that'll trigger if you move too fast. None of this is difficult, it's just frustrating and incredibly not fun. Next level, we take control of Ed the bomb guy, who's having a chat with Command. Turns out the baddies are dead set on blowing up the entire place no matter what, which would cause millions of deaths because of chemicals or a chain reaction or something. I don't know, I didn't watch Chernobyl. Point is, it seems like bad news. We also briefly run into the main baddie, Durbeck, who executes some hostages before running away.
Damn Americans. Osma, Khalif, execute the hostages. The rest of you, I want that soldier dead!
Ed runs into another bomb, but this one has a short fuse. He doesn't leave it because there's hostages right next to it, but there's not enough time. Then I accidentally record some Skyrim footage, and yeah, why is this in here? I don't know. Why did I even try playing this game? I never finished Skyrim. I got the urge randomly when I was playing before, and I don't remember what was happening with my character. Anyway, I uninstalled the game shortly after. One day I'll beat Skyrim, just not today, because I gotta beat without warning. With Ed dead, it's up to the rest of the team to stop Durbeck in time. Jack, the rookie, can now defuse bombs as well. He's not as good at it as Ed was, but he's the only person still alive who can. Jack and Dave, the security guard, team up, but not before a grenade injures Dave too much to continue. This is also where I start streaming the game, which was a ton of fun. I want to stream more often actually, so keep an eye out for that. We check on Dave and decide he'll stay put here, but we'll come back for him later. This is also when the story actually sorta starts picking up. It introduces real cutscenes that are animated and have a plot, and what's happening? Why has the game suddenly got a story? It's not the worst either. Where was this earlier? It's starting to get okay, my ears have perked up, it's kind of interesting now. But then of course we have another Tanya stealth level, so that sucks. She spots a helicopter and tries to get picked up, but not before they're shot down. Out of the crash comes Ben Harrison, a reporter desperate for a great story, and our last playable character to be introduced. Not like the last character we'll play as. Anyway, his pilot died in the crash, which is Ben's fault, since Ben kept saying, "Get closer, get closer."
Move in closer. There's someone down there. I think she's one of the plant workers. Be careful, Ben. Careful never won a Pulitzer.
Down here!
Frank's dead. It must have been some sort of rocket or something. I'm on the ground.
Ben doesn't seem to care much though. Typical Ben. That takes forever to get my camera out. Oh, it's like a CRT, guys. Look at the scan lines. Look at the scan lines. Oh my god. That's so cute. I love the effect. I just want to play the game like this, please. Ben's gameplay is the most original. He has to take pictures and video of certain things in the level, such as a destroyed helicopter or dead bodies. He also carries a pistol, so unlike Tanya, he's fun to play. He's probably the most fun character to play, just because he has the added element of video capture. It's kind of a shame then that he's only introduced when we're almost done the game. Next 2 levels and we play as Jack and Tanya for each, before swapping back to Ben. He's captured enough footage to show the world the attack. I guess it's a secret? Command never really claims they're covering it up, and I'm not sure why they would, so I don't know why Ben is desperate to get this evidence out. But since this is before Wi-Fi and super fast internet, he needs to use one of the facility's computers and their internet to upload and send the evidence.
Yes, thank you. Oh, shit. To hell with you.
With Ben dead, it's back to Kyle, the team lead. Command tells him that Durbex tricked the terrorist into working for him. He's never made any demands at all, and always planned on blowing up the plant. Command tells Kyle to evac before the plant blows, but Kyle stays behind to get as many hostages out as he can. Jack also agrees to stay behind, but he can't defuse the bombs in time to save the plant. But what Kyle and him can do is flush the chemicals out of the plant. This doesn't save the plant, but it does stop the chemicals from killing everyone in the area. So Kyle and Jack swap levels back to back to flush the chemicals from the plant by turning a bunch of valves. Kyle faces heavy resistance while running into Durbeck. An RPG knocks him on his ass before Durbeck finishes him off.
Kill the terrorist. Do you even know why you're here? The arrogance of you Americans. Did you really think you could stop us? Look at you. On your knees where you belong. You son of a bitch. I'm gonna...
Like Ben's death, this really surprised me. Kyle, the team lead, Ed, the bomb expert, Ben, the reporter, all dead. 3 out of the 6 protagonists. I unironically dig it. It keeps you guessing. Like, I don't know why it took until the end of the game to get the story going, but we're here. We've arrived. I'm interested now. I want to see where it goes. There's a final Tanya stealth level where you have to escape the plant finally for good. Though, I think I broke it. It's supposed to be a stealth level, like all of our levels, but I got spotted, ran in circles a bunch, and somehow ran out the front door to complete it. I don't think it was intended to be played that way, but hell, I'll take it. Although Jack and Kyle stopped the plant from being a huge ecological disaster, Jack still needs to stop Durbeck and avenge his squad leader Kyle. Which means it's time to kill Durbeck. You do this by following him, shooting him in the back a bunch as he runs away. You also have to kill the goons he sends after you.
I still win. Too late, American. Die!
This is for Rivers and Regan. You son of a bitch.
And that's Without Warning, a game with a really, I'd argue, terrible first half, but it really ramps up at the end. I want to hate it, but I don't. I mean, I'll never play it again, but still, it has a little place in my heart as a weird, unique experience on the PS2. So, game number 8 complete. Normally, this is where I'd spin the wheel, but this time I had a different idea. I spun the wheel for 4 games, then pulled you guys for the next game. Driver Parallel Lines won the pull, so that'll be game number 9. And if you like this video, you're handsome and I love you. Also consider subbing, and if you want more PS2 content, check out my other channel linked on screen now and in the video description. Bye.